Can we set up a fully functioning YouTube studio for $25? Let's find out. Welcome back to Reviewing the Cheapest. That's where we go out, we find the cheapest tech, the cheapest toys, the cheapest whatever. We go out and see, can we save some money, or are we just finding cheap pieces of crap? A few years ago, I made a video called a fully functional YouTube studio for $75. Well, today we're gonna try to one-up that by setting up a fully functional studio for $25. The one caveat is you will need a cell phone to make this work, so I do not include the cell phone in that $25, unfortunately. As we've seen, there's no really good $25 cell phone. So what we're gonna do, we've got a few pieces here that we're gonna use to build a fully functioning YouTube studio. Now there's three things that you really need to make good video. That's your video needs to be stable, the audio needs to be good, and you need to have good lighting. So to get to that, we now have these three items. So we'll start off with the smallest and probably the most important. I got this little Pop Voice lavalier mic because again, audio is the most important thing. We're gonna use this microphone and we're gonna plug it straight into the phone. Should give us much better audio capabilities than we would just have with the internal microphone on the phone itself. Now I will say, again, a little piece that is kind of cheating is the iPhones no longer come with dongle adapters, which sucks, so I do have a lightning to headphone jack adapter. You will need that to use one of the newer iPhones, but if you have a Galaxy phone or you have a phone with a headphone jack, you won't need to do this. So again, we're gonna flub that a little bit. So this is the microphone. It looks really nice. I like that it has this Velcro cable. Ooh, look at that. That is a long, dang. Man, that's perfect. I didn't plan this out or anything, but that is a super long cable. That is perfect if we're gonna try to use our phone as the main camera. Now, ooh, a really nice thing that came with this. I didn't know if we were gonna have problems with this or not. So one of the things about cell phones is they generally need TRRS adapters instead of the normal TRS adapters that you find on like a regular microphone. So this is a TRS adapter, which means tip, ring, sleeve. This is a regular style plug, whereas this is what will work with a cell phone, tip, ring, sleeve, and it's the one that comes straight up on there. So once we plug the lightning dongle in, we will have no problems. It also comes with two additional like windscreens in case you lose one. So, ooh, the clip to clip onto your shirt feels pretty good. It's made of metal. Sometimes you can get these and they're made of like plastic and they break like immediately. So good on them for giving us metal. This is actually gonna be a pretty good thing. Very excited for it, and I bought it for, ding, amount of dollars. Okay, so next up I said we needed good audio, we needed stable footage. So to do that, we also have this cheap iLume cell phone holder because we're gonna need something to hold the camera stable because nobody likes shaky footage. And this one, it feels pretty good. It's got it's got a 1/4-inch tripod mount there and a 1/4-inch tripod mount here, so you can hold it, so you can have your phone either vertically attached or landscape, which is the right way to do it, or you can just use this by itself. Okay, I like that. It's got several ways in which you can use it. It is straight up made of plastic, but it feels pretty durable. Sometimes when you buy cheap stuff, I buy cheap stuff a lot, so believe me, I kind of have an understanding of it. You can get really flimsy plastic, and this doesn't feel the most durable. You can see there's a lot of give to it. It doesn't feel bad, especially if you're just gonna leave it on like the tripod, which is what we're gonna do. So speaking of tripods, this is the tripod that I recommend to all new people. This is what, the third one I've bought so far. This is the Amazon Basics 50-inch lightweight aluminum tripod. This is a tripod that I used at the beginning of my channel for a very, very long time. I only switched it out when I decided to buy the tripod I'm currently using, which is a Manfrotto B3, which is very expensive. I mean, it's good, but it's expensive. But I use this thing everywhere. I use this as my travel tripod. I use this as my indoor studio tripod. This, for the price, which is, ding, amount of dollars, is probably, it's good. Like, I gotta give Amazon Basics credit for what they got here. This is a fantastic tripod, like, of any price. Now, if you've seen mine, I don't even know where mine is anymore. I'm pretty sure it got broken or thrown away, but if you've ever seen mine, like in the videos, you'll know that I lost these little caps. Like, I beat the crap out of this thing. but it has everything that you need. Here, let's change the camera around a little bit. But as you can see, it has everything that you need in a tripod. It can articulate. You're not gonna get very good pans and tilts out of it. It doesn't exactly have a robust system for that, but it does have the ability to move all around. You can move this to tilt it. You could unscrew this side here to pan it. It has the ability to come out a little bit on top, and it's got the legs. Again, it can go up to 50 inches. This tripod is incredible. So the way, let's set it up real quick so you can kind of see, like, since I've already got this camera set up. Now you might have noticed there are no lights in this kit, and that's where I decided to try to save the majority of my money for this kit as opposed to last time we tried building a cheap YouTube studio. The last time we tried, we did end up buying like a lighting kit, but this time we're not gonna do that. We're gonna use natural lighting because natural light looks so good. If you can get next to a nice window, you can get really nice soft lighting, whereas when you buy like lighting a lot of the times it's very harsh. It doesn't look very good. The natural light we're gonna use for this video, I think, is gonna look amazing, but it's dark out right now. We're gonna set this up. We're gonna do a test run indoors. We're gonna take this downstairs to where I would use this for a YouTube studio. So let's get the cell phone in there. All right, there we go. So let's set you up over here right next to the... Now you can use either the front-facing camera or the rear-facing camera on something like an iPhone. Both are decent. They're not, I mean, neither are gonna be fantastic, especially indoors. So if you wanna see yourself, you'll need to use the front-facing camera, and that's what we're gonna do today, just to make things a little easier. And so we're gonna use the front-facing camera today just to make things a little easier for me, because I'm trying to juggle like a whole crap load of cameras right now. So let's open up the dongle. Let's plug the dongle into the phone with the lavalier mic plugged in, because again, audio by far audio is the most important thing. Like we could turn the video off and you could still understand what's going on just by what I'm saying, whereas if you lose the audio, you're just not gonna know what's going on. Okay, so we are plugged in. Let's turn on the phone. We're not gonna use the front-facing camera because we do wanna see how the main camera looks as a studio camera. So here we go. So this is the image quality and the audio quality from the cheapest setup that we set up for 25 bucks, not including the cell phone. So I want you to consider something. We are cheating a little bit. We're still using my nice studio light, but we will go downstairs in just a second and try out natural light, because I think natural light is way better than any studio light. So I want you to consider something. This is a setup that cost me about between $4,000 and $5,000 if you consider the camera, the lens, the audio, the mic, the other camera. It's about $4,000 to $5,000. This is the $25 setup. Do you see like a car's worth of difference between the two? Probably not. Like, I guarantee you that this image quality is perfectly fine for making YouTube related content. I'm crazy. Don't follow my example on this stuff. But I guarantee you, I haven't seen the footage yet, but I bet dollars to donuts that this image quality is perfectly fine. They're both shooting 4K 24 frames per second. They're both like they're both held on a tripod. This one's gonna be way easier because it has so many more benefits than the camera. But again, what we're gonna do now is, you've already seen how both of them compare. We're gonna take this cheap setup, we're gonna tear it down, we're gonna set it back up downstairs, and I'm gonna show you how I would use this to film a perfectly usable $25 YouTube studio. See you down there. Okay, now we set everything up downstairs next to one of my windows, giving us very nice natural lighting. And as you can see, the difference is awesome. Like, you don't need to spend a whole bunch of money on lights. Natural lighting can be some of the best lighting you can ever get. And as you can see from right here, all I've got is the phone and the accessories we already talked about. It's just natural lighting it's so incredible. And another one of the benefits of using a cell phone is all of this footage we've recorded, we could edit it and upload it straight to, this is gonna go on YouTube, so I could edit the video, upload it straight to YouTube from the phone. Phones are like mobile studio packages, not just cameras. Like, you can do the entire process with just your phone, which is incredible. Also these days, you can get ND filters, cages, audio adapters like we already saw, cool lenses, like you can accessorize the crap out of yourself. They've even got gimbals where you can shoot legitimate video. Like, take this A6400 over here. All it does is record video. It doesn't have stabilization. It has a lot of flaws that the cell phone fixes. Like, my iPhone XR has stabilization, has internet connectivity, can do everything of pre-production, in production, and post-production. Like that's incredible, and it only cost us $25 to get this setup. Like I said, you only really need 3 things to get a basic level of video. You need good audio, stable footage, and good lighting. And all of that just setting up next to a window, you get all of that. It's incredible. Don't go out and spend a whole bunch of money on a camera if you don't even know if you like this or not. Spend like 25 bucks, get a couple accessories, and just get going. Start creating with your cell phone. You can get really decent images. And we can set up a cheapest YouTube studio for like 25 bucks-ish. 25-ish bucks depending on current prices. What else would you guys like to see on reviewing the cheapest? Leave a comment below, and the best comments that get like the coolest stuff that we can see will be featured on the videos of the gear that we review. Thanks for watching.